minutes in their pregame negative starter clock. Turn it down, starter clock. 7:25. Okay. And then you have another number that we can play.
University Huskies. First, the starting lineup for the Huskies. Starting at guard, number 15, a 5'10" junior, Orion Thurston. Starting at the other guard, number 25, a 6-foot senior, Alhoric Mickey Poole. Starting at forward, number 33, a 6'4" freshman, Stuart Kramer. Starting at the other forward, number 41, a 6'5" senior, Troy Rudolph. Starting at center, number 53, a 6'9" freshman, Chris Ballhead. Head coach of the Huskies, Butch Freeman. And now the starting lineup for the Morningside College team. Starting at guard, number 33, a 5'11" freshman, Jason Gary. Starting at center guard, number 22, a 6'foot junior, Eric Coleman. Starting at forward, number 10, a 6'2" senior, Tony Sanders. Starting at the other forward, number 32, a 6'7" freshman, Jason Seaman. Starting at center, number 50, a 6'10" junior, Jeff Parker. Head coach of the team,
Shape. Here we go. It is going to be Bodette jumping it up against Burchard, and Burchard in the backcourt tips it. Sanders battles for it. Kramer tipped it back into the hands of Burchard, and Morningside with the ball. McGarry will bring it up the floor as he will work it on Poole out front, or rather Thurston. To the top of the key, Seaman left side of the lane. Here's Kuhlman with the ball as Chris will work it lower left side. In trouble, passes back to the left forecourt to Jason Seaman. Seaman drops to the free throw line, back into the corner to Kuhlman. Inside Burchard, turnaround over Bodette, shot in and out, it wouldn't go. Rebound Bodette, and give it back to St. Cloud State as they will get it the first time in black, shooting to the left. On the right wing, the long shot up and no good by Poole from three. Rebound Jason Seaman has three Chiefs there to do the boards. Up the floor, McGarry with it, and the Chiefs will slow it down in the right forecourt to Jason Seaman. Right wing, Kuhlman with it, got away from coverage, shot off balance off the right side of the glass, no good. Burchard as he hammers it home with authority.
We'll take that all night, Russ. We'll take that all night.
That would be a high percentage shot, wouldn't it?
I would say so.
Yeah, 2-0 in favor of Morningside. 19:05 to go in the first half of play, and the Chiefs up in this very big game. Kramer on the inside shot. Rejected by Seaman this time. And it's up to the St. Cloud State players. Bodette out of bounds and give it back to the Chiefs across the way, and they'll have a little bit of pressure yet on McGarry by Thurston. Seaman looking to get it inbounds. Will find it to McGarry in the backcourt, who just got away from Orion in the nick of time. McGarry between the leg dribble, now off to Seaman. Screen over the timeline, works it on the left wing. Back out front, Burchard, top of the key. Jeff works it right side, top of the key. Sanders, shot no good. Hard off the back of the rim, rebound. Seaman up and good. The two things look real good here early, Burchard and Seaman.
Offensive rebounding, yes, looks good.
18:35 to go. Here is from the corner, Binky Poole. And Poole buries it. 4-2. And St. Cloud State gets on the board for the first time in this game. 18:25 to go in the first half. 4-2. Morningside up by 2 in this big battle of NCC teams for playoff berths and for good position in playoff berth. On the right forecourt, Sanders with a blind pass right side, he threw it away. And with the turnover, here comes St. Cloud State up the floor again. Thurston, right side, Poole, works it inside. Bodette trying to get it over Burchard, now throws it up, no good. Rebound, shot is no good, and picked down by Burchard on the rebound. And Burchard with 101 blocks this season, folks. This season, I know I had a question about that last game, but this season, 101 blocks. It had something to do with Bodette missing that shot right there.
Definitely.
McGarry out front, inside Birch, turnaround jumper, shot up, no good. Rebound, Seaman goes for it, but Rudolph pulls it down. Try with a pass up the floor, Thurston, loose ball, Thurston controls, now drives, dumps off a pass, left wing, Kramer, he charged. Oh my. Charging called on Stuart Kramer, his first personal foul, second team foul on St. Cloud State, and give the ball to Morningside.
Getting back to the block shots that Burchard, he not only creates all the block shots, but how many shots are rushed, how many shots are thrown up there, because he's in the middle there, distracting you.
Up the floor, McGarry under that man-to-man coverage by Orion Thurston. McGarry, free throw line. Seaman drives, shoots, shot no good. Goes after his own rebound, and he will get called for a foul of going over the back. So both teams playing pretty aggressively, it's safe to say, on the offensive end. 17-17 to go in the first half of play, and Morningside up 4-2.
Coach McCracken can't be upset with that foul. That was just a sheer hustle foul.
Rudall up the floor will pass it to Thurston. He'll work it in the right forecourt to Rudall inside the top of the key. Troy, right side. Here is Bodette's jumper from the free throw line extended. Right side good. 4-4. We're tied for the first time in the game with 17 minutes and a turnover. A steal by Thurston. Up the floor, free throw line. He'll work it left side. Rudall, 17-footer. Shot no good. Rebound tipped out by Sanders. Into the hands of McGarry. Up the floor. Here's Coleman behind the back. His shot up. As he left it behind his back, he goes left-handed and he swishes it over as he gets fouled. And all that Pinky Poole could do after that is just look at Coleman and shake his head and go, how in the world does this guy do it?
What a move.
The first foul called on Poole. I said he had one earlier. He does not. Poole, Coleman, thank you, makes the shot and the free throw. A three-point play, 7-4. Chiefs up by 3 with 16:40 to go in the first half of play. Out front, Thurston will work the ball top of the key on the right wing to Bodette. Back out front, right forecourt to Orion Thurston. Thurston to Kramer on the left side of the top of the key. Back out front to Thurston. They'll work it on the left wing. Pinky Poole picked up by Coolman. Inside Rudall, guarded by Burchard. Rudall to the free throw line. Bodette jumper from there, good. 7-6. Bodette with 4 points. Now the Chiefs trying to get this ball inbounds under full court pressure again. Seaman inbounds it to Coolman. Chris worked at point guard last year, a couple of occasions this season. More than capable of bringing the ball up the floor. Hands it off over the timeline to McGarry. McGarry off the Seaman screen, right forecourt. Works it back to Seaman, top of the key. Coolman, jumper, left wing, shot up, no good. Rebound loose. Run down in the far corner by Bodette. Hands it off to Thurston, and back here comes St. Cloud State. Hot pass underneath. Coolman breaks it up. Loose ball picked up Seaman. Up the floor, here's Coolman. One man to beat. It's Bodette, no problem.
Tremendous acceleration to the basket. Jeez.
It's like he's got an afterburner just strapped to his back, and he kicks it in and right at the proper moment every time. Coming back, here's Poole from 3, and he buries it. We're tied at 9. Second tie of the game with 15:24 to go as Binky nails it from the right wing. 20-footer. Chiefs with the ball. McGarry right forecourt to Coolman. Chris will work it out front, thinking about the 3, doesn't want it. Now it's SCSU in a 2-3 zone. Cross court, McGarry, top of the key. Here's Coolman. Shot is blocked from out front. Kramer blocked it and took it away. Now feeds it backwards to Thurston. Thurston with the ball out front between the circles, pulls it way out. Morningside still in strict man-to-man. Chance for SCSU to get the lead for the first time in the game. Troy Rudall with the ball left side of the free throw line, right side. Here is Bodette's shot, no good. Rebound underneath. Kramer has it. He'll be fouled by Tony Sanders. Sanders on the foul, his first. Second team foul on the Chiefs. And give it back to SCSU underneath their own basket.
Bodette's gotten about 4 shots early on already, and Jeff's going to have to come out and play him. Bodette goes out by the free throw line, and Jeff's going to have to extend out there and play some D on it.
Thurston inbounds into Poole on the right wing, back to Thurston, who's picked up by McGarry. Boy, Thurston real quick, too. He and Poole, a couple of dandy guards. Back to Thurston in the right forecourt, wants it back into the hands of Binky Poole. Top of the key, works it right side. Bodette, who's picked up by Burchard. Now underneath, here's Rudall. Got the pass and then swept it clean on the inside. Puts it up and in, 11-9 SCSU. In the first half of play, and Rudall with his first 2 points of the game. McGarry, right forecourt, Coolman. Lob pass underneath, Burchard on the alley-oop. Shot good.
He didn't pass by Chris.
Yeah, didn't dunk it. He just kind of laid it in and hit the shot, and that's what matters most. He put it in. 4 points for Birch tonight, 11-11, and the official timeout to tie the shoe of Orion Thurston out front, and then give the ball back to SCSU to inbound it. Willie Sanchez of Harrisburg, South Dakota, and Mike Redmond of Brookings, South Dakota, the officials tonight. Butch Raymond is assisted by Kevin Schlegel and Brad Eisenberner, as the Morningside Tom McCracken, assisted, of course, by Jim Schulten and Kent Ubelin. Troy Rudall will try to get it in, and now, using that bit of stoppage, Lloyd Raymond will bring in number 51, Mark Carlson, into the game for Bodette.
He's an Iowa native from Fort Dodge.
I remember him. He's a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Remember, he played at Fort Dodge last year. Watched him play and lose to Healing. On the right wing, here's a shot up and good by Vinky Poole. Poole nails it. He's got 7 points tonight, and it's 13-11. Once again, SCSU with the lead. 13:48 to go in the first half of play. Chiefs with the ball. Seaman just outside the free throw line. Will work it into the lane left side. Now bounce pass on the left corner to Kuhlman. Back out front, McGarry. Fakes, drives the lane, dumps off a pass right side. Seaman underneath. His reverse layup attempt, no good. Rebound Thurston overthrew Vinky Poole out of bounds up the floor. Morningside gets the ball back. Lou, dodge those bullets.
Yeah, we did there.
13:29 to go in the first half of play. 13-11 in favor of SCSU. Chiefs with the ball down by 2. In white, shooter to the right. McGarry, top of the key, Seaman. Will look it to Kuhlman in the lane. He drives, shoots, hits it left-handed. Tied at 13. It's the 4th tie of the game with 13-13. Too many 13s there. Kuhlman with 7 points tonight. Thurston to Poole. He drives the lane, dumps off a pass. Kramer, his shot rejected by Burchard, and now they're going to say that Burchard fouled him. And Jeff takes the ball like you would take a softball, and he palms it, and he hits it into his, what you would have would be a mitt on your left hand. He doesn't need it. 2 hands, 1 basketball, and he just kind of slaps it together often. He doesn't like the call at all.
Softball or golf ball, Russ?
I don't know.
Those hands are pretty big. Burt's got some big hands.
At the free throw line goes Stuart Kramer, shooting 1 and shooting 2. As he's a 64.6% free throw shooter. 6'4" freshman is Kramer from Osseo, Minnesota. As he misses the free throw. Now that's rare because these guys make 3/4 of every free throw taken. 74.8% free throw shooters. That's the best in the NCC. The second best, Mankato State, is in here tomorrow night. He makes the second one, obviously. 14-13. The lead up by 1 for St. Cloud State. Chiefs long pass up the floor. Seaman with it to McGarry. He throws it underneath for Burchard, and then knocking it back down is McGarry. Feeds it. Seaman picks up the loose ball and works it backwards. So both teams throwing it away. Now left wing, Sanders from 3 shot. No, good. It wouldn't go. Rebound bobbled around underneath, but it's pulled down by SCSU and was eventually controlled by Carlson, I believe. On the left wing, Poole from 3 buries it again. 17-13. Vinky Poole's hot tonight. He's got 10 points already. And SCSU is up by 4 with 12:27 to go. Out front, Chiefs with the ball. Seaman to Kuhlman. Back to Seaman. Lob pass right wing. Here's Sanders with it. He's picked up there by Kramer. Sanders goes baseline and stepped out of bounds, and the Chiefs have turned it over again.
Tony just ran out of room on the baseline. He had that quick first step. Didn't have enough room there.
Powell into the game. McGarry out for Morningside. Faldmo in, and probably maybe Sanders? Nope, Seaman. Seaman out. And so now for Morningside, you're going to have Kuhlman, Faldmo, Powell, Burchard, and Sanders. And the Chiefs still in strict man-to-man coverage as Ryan Thurston will bring the ball up the floor. Steps it over the timeline. SCSU Huskies of St. Cloud State University in black and shooting to the left with the ball out front. And working it is Mark Harvey. Harvey will pass it to Scott Checkdown. The ball loose anyway. At any rate, underneath here is Carlson. He got it back and then he puts it up, and then Eddie is fouled underneath by Faldmo. Don't look down for a moment in this game. The foul on Faldmo is his first. Mark Carlson, the 6'7", 205-pound freshman from Fort Dodge, put it in. And I missed what happened where the fans were oohing and eyeing.
It was unfortunate. Burchard and Dave both had the rebound, and they fumbled it around. St. Cloud got it back. Carlson got it back. Put it up. Missed it. Got it back again. Hit it, and Dave fouled him. And that was a 3-point play.
Yep, it sure is 7-point lead now for St. Cloud State. Here's the fake by Powell in the backcourt, and then got his man off his feet, and then dribbled it up the floor. Pass over the timeline to Chris Kuhlman. Left forecourt to Powell. Chiefs down by 7 with 11:41 to go. In the first half of play, left wing, here's Sanders from 3. Shot no good off the side of the rim. The rebound underneath will be taken down and controlled there by Scott Springer. Springer up the floor, Thurston. Shot no good, rebound Burchard. Outlet pass to Powell, and back come the Chiefs. On the left wing, Sanders with it. Fakes a long one, now drive, shoots off the glass. Jumper by Tony Sanders as he hits it. 20-15. Chiefs down by 5 with 11:14 to go in the first half of play. Thurston with the ball up the floor. Chiefs still in strict man-to-man on the left wing to Poole. Binky guarded there by Powell. Back out front to Springer. He'll work it into the right wing. There into the hands of Thurston, who's picked up by Kuhlman. Out front and again on the right wing. That's Mark Harvey with it. Harvey to Thurston. Back to Harvey on the left wing. Picked up by Faldmo. Feeds it inside Carlson. Bumped twice by Birch. Carlson, the freshman, battles his way in and then puts it up and good. And Carlson with 5 points, 22-15. Chiefs down by 7. Here's a rainbow jumper by Sanders on the baseline. No good. Rebound up the floor. Here comes Thurston. Feeds it back now. A shot up and good by Mark Harvey. 24-15. And the Chiefs may be looking for a timeout here pretty soon. Down by 9 with 1/4 of the game gone. 10:21 to go. Powell stops the dribble out front, directs traffic. Pass to the right forecourt to Kuhlman. Lob pass underneath. Here's Burchard with it. Saves it. Left wing Sanders. Back out front Powell. Right side Kuhlman. Fakes the shot from 3. Drives. Passes into the corner. Fall ball underneath. 24-17.
Nice pass from Dave.
Burchard, Dave Faldmo doing so many things so very nice that won't be in box scores tomorrow. Up the floor, Thurston with the ball for SCSU. Right wing, Harvey with a shot from 18, good. And right now, SCSU shooting some lights out. 26-17. Huskies up by 9 with 9:39 to go in the first half of play. Kuhlman, left wing, Sanders with it. Takes it inside, now dumps it inside. Birch, little hook shot, no good. Way off the mark, rebound is pulled out of control by SCSU up the floor. Here's Binky Poole, one man to beat, his shot good. 28-17, there's the timeout. Chiefs down by 11 with 9:21. Well, hey, it wouldn't be a comeback if you weren't down by 11. Back in a moment after these words from our great Morningside sponsors on KWSL. 7-point difference.
I've got them charted for 4 already, and St. Cloud State, they must be shooting the lights out, too.
Boy, they got to be shooting at least 75% right now. Faldmo at the top of the key, works it on the right side. Kuhlman with the ball. Kuhlman fakes right, goes left, is fouled by Binky Poole. Poole is charged with his second personal foul of the game. And if he guards Kuhlman much longer, he'll get more than that. Into the contest will come Tim Remy. He's a 6'5", 175-pound sophomore who has just become eligible. This is his 11th game, I believe. And then Bodette also just became eligible. This is just his 8th game of the season. Jason Huff in there for the Chiefs. Inbounds it way out front, left forecourt to Powell. On the left wing, here's Huff with the ball. Doesn't want it. It was open from 3. Back out front, Powell. Right wing, Kuhlman handles a hot pass. Back out front, Powell with the top of the key. Now drives to the left wing. Passes to Huff. Back out front, Powell. 8:51 to go. Shot clock to 28. Chiefs with the ball down by 11. Powell on the drive now. Traveled. 5 turnovers for the Chiefs to just a couple for St. Cloud State. 8:46 to go in the first half of play, and the crowd becomes more and more silent up the floor and working the ball very nicely. On the right side, Craig Klug. Klug back out front. Lob pass inside is taken away by Burchard. Up the floor, Powell. Kuhlman with a dancing layup. 28-19, and Kuhlman is really on a roll on the layups tonight with 9 points already.
And we scored most of our points off the break so far tonight. We got to get it running.
28-19 on the right wing, shot up and good. There, a 3-point shot by Remy. That's 31-19, and the Chiefs are now down by 12 with 8 minutes to go in the first half of play. Here's Huff trying to answer back with a 3. And he does. I'll tell you what, if you want to play horse with somebody, there's the guy that I'll go with, Jason Huff. He is really an outstanding shooter, and I'll still say he will break records of some sort before he graduates from Morningside. On the right side, Carlson underneath. Got around Birch again, and his shot up and good.
That was a strong move once again.
By the freshman from Fort Dodge on the right side. Here is Kuhlman with the ball in the right forecourt. Back out front between circles, Powell. Left wing, Huff is open. His shot from 3. Good! The Chiefs with back-to-back 3-pointers with Jason Huff doing the honors. Tom Fuchs getting set to check in, and Fuchs is going to be told go in there and beat up on this Carlson guy a little bit. On the right side, here's a shot again by Remy. No good, way off the mark. They'll draw the air ball call, and plenty of that throughout the year. Just inside the 3-point range, a shot up and good by Mark Harvey, who's got 6 points. 35-25. The lead cut to or back up to 10. And the Chiefs with the ball. Powell out front. Faldmo will work it right forecourt. Here is Kuhlman's delivery. Shot won't go. Rebound underneath. Birch has it. Puts it back up. His shot no good. But put back up by Huff. And he is fouled underneath. As Jason sneaks in, and he almost got the ball tipped into the hoop.
I thought it was going to fall, but wasn't meant to be.
Foul on number 23, Mark Harvey, is his first personal. Rudolph and Bodette will check back in. Now Birch comes out as those guys come in, and Fuchs will come into the ball game for Morningside. It's the Chiefs ball out of bounds underneath their own basket, as they're saying that for crying out loud, he was in the act of tipping it in.
That's got to be a shooting foul.
Oh my, they did not put Huff at the line. Instead, they give Morningside the ball. Out front, Kuhlman. Between the circles, Powell now will drive. Right wing, Kuhlman from 3 off the mark. Shot no good. Rebound, and a foul's now going to be called against Fuchs. And the fans, this will raise the ire of the fans because it should have been a 2-shot foul to begin with. Huff was in the act of tipping the ball into the basket when he got fouled. The official said, no. 35-25, SCSU up by 10. Up the floor working the ball, Craig Klug, and Raymond uses plenty of players. Here's a bounce pass lower right side intended for Bodette. Fuchs is guarding him. Seaman came over to help out and knock the ball out of bounds. Give it back to SCSU underneath their own basket. That's to our left in black. You're tuned to KWSL Sioux City. Inbound pass in the right wing, as it will be there into the hands of Scott Springer with it. Springer back out front to Craig Klug. Klug picked up by Powell. Left wing, here's Remy with the ball again. He drives the lane, dumps off a pass backwards. Bodette shot good. And Remy's causing all sorts of problems right now, as this SCSU team is a very, very good team. 37-25, Chiefs down by 12 with 6 minutes to go. And a foul called underneath on Remy. His first personal of the game. It's the 5th team foul on SCSU. Both teams with 5 team fouls here with 5:59 to go in the first half of play.
I didn't see it. I think he was holding Kuhlman under the basket, wasn't he, Russ?
I guess so. Sanders gets set to check in. He will not get in before they give the ball to Huff. He will inbound it on the right wing to Kuhlman. Kuhlman spinning off a coverage there. Woodford feeds it back out front. Powell left wing. Here's Huff. Back out front. Powell between the circles. Left wing. Huff was open. Now Rudolph out on him. Powell on the left forecourt on the pass from Huff. Now underneath. Great pass from Jason Seaman was alone. His shot no good. Sarge goes after his own rebound. Lost it out of bounds. And we were just a quarter of an inch from having 2 more points right there. Sanders checks back into the game. Out of the contest will go Kuhlman. So you'll have Fuchs, Seaman, Sanders, Huff, and Powell in the game. A lineup you don't see real often. In the inbound pass in the backcourt, Klug with the ball up the floor, pickpocketed and taken away by Donald Powell. Now Powell in trouble. Shovel pass over the timeline to Huff, who lost it. Picked up by Rudolph. Underneath were a layup up and good by SCSU Springer. Scott Springer hits it, 39-25. Chiefs down by 14 points, their biggest deficit of the game with 5:23 to go. And Morningside will try again to get the ball inbounds, as it will be Seaman to Powell.
Pressure's bothered them tonight. The Chiefs haven't been able to get the ball up the floor.
Powell will trot it over the timeline in the left wing there to Sanders. Back out front, Donald Powell. DP. Lob pass right side. Huff is open from 3. Good. Nope. Off the back of the rim, it wouldn't go. He had perfect line, though. Rudolph on the rebound. Up the floor in a hurry. Here's Springer. Left side of the lane. Shot good again. Oh, my. The Chiefs are in a heap of trouble. 41-25, down by 16. Sanders on the left wing, back out front, Powell with it. Left wing, Sanders from 3 in the parking lot. His shot no good. Rebound, Rudolph. Up the floor. It'll be a lob pass underneath Remy. Too hard. Back, saves it to Springer. Loose ball picked up, and the Chiefs with it. Sanders up the floor on the right forecourt with it. Sanders way out of range in front of the SCSU bench. Lob pass underneath. Seaman with the leap and leaner. Shot won't go. But after his own rebound, couldn't get it. Rebound, Springer pulls it down. Sanders knocked it away, but Springer controls. Springer will give it off to Craig Klug, who'll bring it over the timeline. Faldmo gets set to check in for Morningside. Remy's open from 3. Shot no good. He finally missed one. Rebound. Bodette is called for a foul. Chris will get his first personal. This game is real strange right now, Chris. You got players who don't normally, they're not starters out there, and you're getting just a real odd going on. Got a little bit of...
Both teams seem to be a little disorganized.
Yeah, and out of sync.
Yes, exactly.
41-25 with 4:16 to go. Kuhlman back in and Burchard back in. Burchard, Sanders, Kuhlman. Faldmo and McGarry. McGarry over the timeline. Works it out front, bounce pass to Faldmo at the top of the key. Left wing, Kuhlman, shot from 3-0, way off the mark. Rebound, Burchard to Faldmo on the right corner. Faldmo will drive back out front, McGarry with the ball. Jason will work it. Off coverage to Faldmo at the top of the key. Finds Kuhlman open, left wing, 18-footer, in and out. It wouldn't stay again. SCSU shooting great, Morningside shooting poor. Up the floor, lower left side. Here's Springer with, or check that, Kramer back out front. Rudolph, he's open from 17. Shot won't go. Rebound, Burchard has it. Got it away from Bodette, and that wasn't even close. Up the floor, McGarry to Kuhlman behind the back dribble on the right wing, as he'll be working there on Klug. Back out front, McGarry. McGarry with it, and pushing and shoving, and Kuhlman with an intentional foul call, but he really blew it there. Because Klug fouled him and pushed him the first time, then Kuhlman intentionally pushes Klug, and now an intentional foul when Morningside had the ball. It'll be Klug shooting two, and SCSU getting the ball back, and Kuhlman just flat blew it.
Happens all the time. That was a foul. Klug fouled him first, but Kuhlman retaliated.
Tell you what, now SCSU sends Poole to the free throw line to do the free throw shooting to you, and finally the officials realize it's the wrong guy. So Klug shooting 72.2% from the line, hits the first one. 42-25, Lenny takes a foul to the fans, and he hits them both. 43-25, the Chiefs are down by 18, and I don't know how the Chiefs are going to respond after this. But I'll tell you what, I'm not so sure I'd want to be one of the SCSU players right now. And now Klug comes out of the game, and there's a real smart move by Butch Raymond.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
43-25 with 3:28 to go. Klug, you got to credit him. He did what was necessary.
Yeah.
And Kuhlman just kind of... He retaliated at the wrong time. Bodette with the ball out front, got around Burchard. Back out front, top of the key. Here's Rudolph. Lower left side, Poole got away from Kuhlman. Hanging jumper, shot no good. Rebound, Burchard. Outlet pass to McGarry. McGarry up the floor, and the Chiefs will be playing with a little bit more adrenaline right now. McGarry, left wing. Sanders, this is when he's hot. Won't take it, though. Faldmo, back out front, Burchard. Right wing, Kuhlman. Give it to Sanders, he'll nail it, I guarantee you. McGarry, don't slow it up now with 2:56 to go. Faldmo with the top of the key. Looks to try to clear it. Inside Burchard, right side has the ball stripped and knocked away. Picked up loose ball. Poole took it. He got his third foul right there. He stripped it and then got nailed for his third foul. I guarantee you these fouls are in this game now. Faldmo go to the free throw line. Remy comes in for Poole, who will set with 10 points in the game, and that's going to hurt Butch Raymond's bunch a little bit. It's bonus time for Morningside College with 2:48 to go, and Dave Faldmo will do the honors. Faldmo shooting 1 and 1. He hits the first one. 43-26 with 2:48. Chiefs down by 17. Faldmo's second shot, he drills it. 43-27. Up the floor, SCSU with the ball, and they have pretty well dominated the first half of play. Thurston with it out front between the circles, right side Remy. Works it inside, Bodette shot blocked by Burchard, but it goes in anyway, and I'm surprised the foul wasn't called there too. 45-27, Chiefs back down by 18 with 2:31 to go. Up the floor, McGarry works it top of the key, Faldmo. Left wing, Kuhlman wide open, fakes a shot from long, now drives off the glass, sweep and middle. Shot is good, 45-28, 29 rather. Kuhlman with the shot, good, and up the floor in a hurry. SCSU with the ball trapped in the corner. Thurston pass out front, Faldmo knocks it out of bounds as it was intended for Rudolph.
I tell you what, I want to see how Chris reacts to that little scuffle they had, because he is one guy I would not want to be angry at.
Klug is going to check back into the game. And you can tell every time he'll be into the game, and Thurston comes out. Ball given to Kramer as he will inbound it to Remy out front, right side Klug to Rudolph with the ball. He tries to pass it, it's tip ball, no, come on. He passed it into the foot of Faldmo, and the officials called kicking the ball.
I don't agree with that.
Well, Alan, yeah, again, it depends on which side you're sitting on, but gives SCSU the ball back again. Klug, inbound pass to Remy out front, left forecourt. He'll work it between the circles to Kramer, back to Klug. I won't even have to tell you anymore whenever he gets the ball. Klug on the left side, but Rudolph, his shot from the left side of the free throw line, no good. Rebound Bertrand, hauls it down. Outlet pass McGarry. Here come the Chiefs, down by 16, up the floor. McGarry, left forecourt, Faldmo. Faldmo looking to pass, nobody around. Now Faldmo will take a 19-footer and bury it. I've been waiting for Faldmo to do that all year, and he did it. 45-31, Klug up the floor, picked up by McGarry. There's a pass by Remy, a loose ball, Coleman puts his pocket. He feeds Faldmo. There, there's one at the to go in the first half of play. Back in a minute on KWSL.
The two Sioux City Gypsies are proud to be a
three-point play. Willie Sanchez from Harrisburg, South Dakota. Mike Redmond from Brookings, South Dakota. And also back into the contest now will come Mark Carlson, that outstanding freshman from Fort Dodge. Faldmo tries to cap a three-point play, and he does not. To rebound. Underneath is pulled down and controlled by Greg Kesty. By Mark Harvey. Thurston with the ball up the floor. We'll work it in the right forecourt. Remy. Pass underneath. Kramer has it in the lane. Back out front. Now a shot up and good by Kesty. Kesty hits it 47-33. The Chiefs down by 14 again, and with the ball up the floor, McGarry. Top of the key, Faldmo. Left wing, here's Kuhlman. Doesn't want it. Now pump fake, drives the lane. Dumps on the pass backwards. Sanders in the lane, nowhere to go. Hook shot, no good. Poor choice by Sanders. Ball trying to be saved by Faldmo. Can't do it off of Kramer, who comes down with the loose ball for SCSU, and with a 14-point lead, the Huskies with the ball again. In black, shooting to the right. Remy with it way out front of the right forecourt. Looking underneath. We'll pass it back into the hands of Kramer. In the right forecourt, Thurston with it. Picked up by McGarry. Right forecourt there, into the hands of Harvey. As Harvey, back to Thurston. Thurston with it out front, picked up by McGarry. 13 seconds to go in the first half of play. And SCSU obviously just sitting on it as Thurston will drive the lane. Now his shot no good. Rebound Bertrand. 4-3. Bertrand. There's Coleman. One. He sets. Half-court shot is on the way. It's no good off the right side of the glass. At the end of one half of play. 47-33 in favor of St. Cloud State. Oh my. This one is going to be real strange before this night is over.
Then they'll try and, go for the victory from there. I'm sure that's what Coach told them to have.
Thurston, Poole, Rudolph, and Mark Carlson, along with Springer. Kramer checked that. Kramer in the game for SCSU. They start with the ball, shooting to the right in black, and now Rudolph comes out shooting. His shot no good. Rebound bobbled around now off the hands of Harvey. Carlson, check that. I will get before this night is over. Carlson is the freshman, the 6'7", 205-pound freshman. Harvey is a 6'6", 220-pound senior. Chiefs with the ball as it was lost off the hand of Carlson. Underneath, here's Sanders with the ball. His shot up man. And then finally found the hole. 47-35. The Chiefs come out doing something that I knew they would not go out with a long three-point shot by Sanders to begin the second half of play. That comes later in the game. Here's Kramer underneath. Again, it is Carlson. He works twice, and he puts the ball up and in, and he is really, as a freshman, really doing a number on Bertrand and company tonight. McGarry out front. Birch will work at right wing. Here is Sanders on the drive of the hoop, and a foul's going to be called on Kramer as he was just guarding a little bit too tight. Give it back to Morningside. Now Kramer and Sanders having words, or were they just exchanging pleasantries?
I doubt that. I highly doubt that.
19 minutes to go in the second half of play. 49-35. The inbound pass tipped and knocked away. Chiefs lost it up the floor. Thurston over through Poole, and he loses the ball back out of bounds. It's Morningside's ball. Here we go with some scores. USD 31, MSU 29 at half. NDSU 44, Augie 34 at the half, and a final UND beats South Dakota State, no surprise, 89-52. McGarry out front, Burchard with the ball. He'll work it right forecourt. Sanders with it, outside of three now, puts up a 19-footer in the Derrick. Yeah, okay. 49-37. The lead cut to 12. 18:36 to go in the game. The Chiefs in a must-win situation tonight. That's all there is to it. Out front, Poole with the ball. Nice feed inside Carlson. Turnaround pass by Burchard. He's got 102. Loose ball, but Carlson picks it back up. Feeds it to Poole. Thurston. His shot blocked by Sanders. Picked up Kramer. He bounced it off left wing to Rudolph. Works it out front. Free throw line. Kramer shot underneath. Blocked by Burchard again. Loose ball. Lost out of bounds.
That's got to be a momentum builder.
3 blocks at least, 2 of them by Burchard. 18:09 to go in the game. 49-37. Chiefs up by, or rather down by 12. Here's Patrick Coleman, 8-footer. 49-39. It's a 10-point game. Here come the Chiefs. Coleman with 13 points tonight. Thurston on the left forecourt. Chiefs in strict man-to-man. Work it out front. Carlson right forecourt to Rudolph. Free throw line offering. Shot no good. Rebound loose. Coleman kicks out. He's loose. One man. He passes up the floor. See. 8-2 outscored SCSU. Now the Huskies with the ball, though, and a chance to put it back up into the double digits as Thurston out front, left forecourt to Rudolph, who's really been quiet, to Carlson, got past Burchard, Burchard slipped. Now, and oh my, what a play by McGarry, as McGarry will get away with one here. Carlson got around the slipping Burchard, took it to the hoop. McGarry bent down, put his shoulder into Carlson to get set for the blow, and the offensive foul is charged to Mark Carlson. Oh my. In a 2-3 zone. Here's McGarry back the other way. Drives, now passes left wing. Sanders from 3. Shot won't go. Rebound Carlson. Up the floor. Thurston. Left wing. Kramer back to Thurston. Will drive the lane. No, free throw line. The Poole right side back out front to Thurston. Pulls it way out. They'll spread that offense out a little bit. Now Poole's open on the right wing. Shot from 3. No good. Rebound Burchard. 10 rebounds at least in the game. Outlet pass McGarry up the floor. Left wing. Coleman set 3. Shot in and out. It wouldn't stay. Rebound Rudolph. The Chiefs are getting too itchy again here. They're just doing what they were doing.
Yes.
Thurston up the floor to Poole in the lane. Dumps up past right side. Carlson. Shot no good. And a foul underneath on Jason Seaman. Oh, the ball just almost fell into the hoop. Seaman's second personal foul. Chiefs really nobody in any kind of foul trouble. They only had 5 fouls called against them in the first half. At the free throw line will go Mark Carlson. You gotta really like this freshman. 6'7", 205-pounder, and I mean he has got 9 points tonight, and he's doing it against the NCC's most prolific shot blocker ever in Jeff Burchard.
Carlson's a wide body, and he's got a good, quick first step, and I think that's kind of getting him in open shots on Burchard.
50-41, Carlson makes the first one, second one no good, wouldn't stay. Rebound, Seaman tips it, Burchard picks it up. Outlet pass McGarry, up the floor, he's got Coleman left wing, drives the lane inside, has it knocked away by Carlson, picked up by Poole. Poole with the ball up the floor. They'll work it into the left forecourt to Thurston, and that is like only, count them on one hand, the times that Coleman has gone on a drive and come up empty-handed. Up the floor, Carlson underneath, blocked by Burchard. Now traveling is called underneath, and Burchard with 103 blocks in this season. Blocks it back to Carlson. He took some steps, is what the officials will say, and give it back to Morningside. 50-41. 9-point game, 16-13 to go. Chiefs down by 9 in white, shooting to the left with the ball. McGarry, top of the key, Seaman. Looks at, passes, Sanders, right side of the lane. Tony off the screen of Seaman, now off the glasses shot, turn around, no good. Rebound, Coleman has it, and he's fouled by Carlson. Carlson is saying, let me. Well, I'll tell you what, and I understand what he's complaining about, but from my angle, the official really didn't have an option. He had to call because Coleman ended up with all of the ball.
Yep, exactly right.
As Coleman came crashing in for the rebound, he kind of snuck in on Carlson. Inbound pass by Sanders, intended for Seaman, knocked out of bounds by Troy Rudolph from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. 16 minutes to go in the game. Chiefs down by 9 with the ball. Here's McGarry way out front with it left forecourt travel.
Yeah,
McGarry walked with it, and he did, right. Give it back to Rudo and company.
A little indecisive whether to throw it to Kuhlman or whether to put the ball on the floor, and he got caught.
Chiefs have outscored St. Cloud State 8-3 in the second half of play. Thurston with the ball up the floor, right wing. Here's Kramer with it, trying to get it to the inside. Now finds Rudo for the free throw line. Now foul called underneath on Burchard as he and Carlson are jockeying for position. Birch called for his second personal foul. 50-41. Chiefs down by 9. 15:48 to go in the game. Give it back to St. Cloud State underneath their own basket. Thurston inbounds it to Rudolph down the right baseline. Shot blocked by Burchard again. Underneath, rebounded by Thurston. Shot blocked by Seaman. Up the floor, Burchard with a long pass. Kuhlman now will drive, shoot, hit it! As the Chiefs work the fast break just like lightning striking. 50-43, Chiefs down by 7 with 15 and a half to go. Thurston out front, high dribbles at right wing. Pinky Poole, shot no good. Rebound, Seaman had it, loses it, now saves it backwards to Kramer. Kramer with a pull-up shot up and good as he buried it. I'm not so sure Seaman should have gone after that anyway.
I think you're right.
52-43, you got to give them all the credit in the world for hustling, though. On the right wing, Kuhlman with the pass for McGarry. Back out front, McGarry. Top of the key. Jason works it inside the lane. Burchard, right wing. Here's Kuhlman on the shot. 52-46. You got to be really looking over your shoulder now if you're St. Cloud State. The Chiefs are within 6 with 14:49 to go. Now inside Carlson.
They might. Oh, my goodness. Seaman's had about 3 now in this half, and Birch has got 3 or 4.
Rudolph comes out of the game for St. Cloud State, and in will come number 23, I believe. Yeah, Mark Harvey comes in. Powell comes in. McGarry comes out. Now it's Sanders, Burchard, Kuhlman, Powell, and Seaman. Powell off the floor on the left wing. Off the Burchard screen, feeds it inside Kuhlman. Thurston knocked the ball away and took it away. Up the floor, Binky Poole back to Thurston. Left side shot by Carlson, no good, and a foul is called out front by Powell. That's a real good move by Powell to go and get the guy before he gets down to Burchard. If somebody's going to commit the foul, that's the guy to have do it.
Yep.
52-46. At the free throw line will go Mark Carlson, the outstanding 6'7", 205-pound freshman from Fort Dodge. I watched them play last year when Heelan beat these guys in the sub-state game. And what a game. But Carlson, at that time, you get the idea as to how good Heelan was to get past this guy in particular. He was a dandy. At the free throw line, Carlson hits the first one. He'll get another. 53-46, Chiefs down by 7 with 14:31 to go. All the time in the world. Second shot by Carlson. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound is tipped. No. Powell had position, and then going in for the rebound, Remy is called for the foul. Remy's third personal foul. Oh my, 14:30 to go. Now Remy with with 3 fouls. Binky Poole with 3 fouls. For the Chiefs, Seaman and Birch both with 2 fouls. Powell up the floor, trots it over the equator. Passes into the right wing, Kuhlman. Handles a high pass off the fingertips. Kuhlman dribbles back out front, hands it off to Powell. Donald drives, bounce pass right wing, Kuhlman. Lob pass inside Seaman. Out front, Powell, left forecourt. Here is Sanders. Back out front, Powell. He'll drive now. His layup attempt, shot no good. Got his own rebound, back up, shot no good, and a foul underneath. This will be on Carlson. And I got to really feel for Carlson. He has been a victim of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He has.
In the second half of play. But boy, what a player he is. He'll go out now with his third, and Bodette will check in. And I mean to tell you, Carlson seems to be the better of the two. Powell will go to the free throw line shooting 2. DP sneaking in, getting his big rebound. Oh, he hits the free throw. 53-47. Chance to cut it to 5. 14:05 to go in the game. Second shot by Powell is up, no good off the back of the rim. Rebound, Seaman. Offensive rebound for the Chiefs. Feeds it back out front. Coleman with it. Coleman directs traffic. Leads Sanders. Now the Chiefs with the ball. Powell out front. On a missed free throw, the Chiefs get the rebound. Right wing. Here's Coolman. Doesn't want the shot. Lob pass cross court. Sanders left wing. Working there on Harvey. Lob pass underneath. Burchard. Back door. 53-49. The Chiefs are down by 4. They have outscored SCSU, I'll tell you in just a minute, 53-49 by 14-6 here in the second half of play. Thurston with the ball in the left forecourt. Got around Powell, drives on the left wing. In trouble now, passes inside ball. Here's Seaman, picks it up and throws it up the field. Never should have done it. Remy intercepted the pass back for St. Cloud State. To Bodette, his pass back through the lane, intercepted by Coleman. Coleman with the ball up the floor. Down the near side, he goes. Back out front to Powell. Now the place goes back. Sanders left wing, they can do it. Sanders shot, no good. Rebound is loose, and it's saved by Harvey, and SCSU with the ball again. Up the floor, St. Cloud State wants a timeout. Timeout on the floor. SCSU. Chiefs just down by 4 with 12:49 to go. Back in a moment on KWSL.
The two Sioux City Jiffy Lids are
These two SCSU in black, shooter to the right. The inbound pass will come from, don't look down. Here's Thurston on the drive. His shot rejected, and now a foul's going to be called on Donald Powell. Powell, second personal foul. It will send Thurston to the free throw line where he'll be shooting 2. Go ahead, Chris.
Got a quick stat here. Chiefs are shooting 43.8% on 21 of 48. St. Cloud shooting 45.8% on 22 of 48. So that's pretty even right now. 3-point wise, Morningside shooting 3 of 13. St. Cloud's 3 of 7. Chiefs are still being out-rebounded, however, 34-23.
Now there's a bit of conversation here as they'll give the ball back to Thurston after they had given it to him to begin with. That number that's in that ball game again, that is Scott Springer. Number 35 was the guy I was trying to look for before. Thurston makes the first one, 54-49. The Chiefs have outscored St. Cloud State 14-7 in the first 7 minutes and 18 seconds. It was 14-6, obviously, before the free throw. Second one's also good, and these guys really do put on a clinic on free throw shooting. Excellent job by them tonight, except to that Carlson has missed the second free throw on both occasions. Now cheats up the floor quickly. Sanders lower right baseline. Passes inside for Simon. The ball knocked out of there with a big hand by Mark Harvey. Give the ball back to the Chiefs underneath their own basket. As Sanders slaps it once. We'll try to get it inbounds all way out front to Powell as Poole almost picked that off. 55-49, Chiefs down by 6. Passing the right wing, Kuhlman with it, cross court Sanders. Sanders with it, back out front, Powell. Right wing, no. Inside Seaman. Now 6-foot shot up, no good. Rebound is loose underneath and pulled down by Bodette. Bodette of St. Cloud State with the ball. Into the hands of Thurston up the floor. Thurston again, high dribble, right side Poole, back out front, Thurston. Thurston will work it between the circles as he'll work it on the left wing there. Into the hands of Springer. To Poole, who's really shadowed by Powell. Poole works it inside. Bodette, hook shot, no good. Rebound underneath. Thurston and Coleman tie up, and the arrow will go to Morningside. Caldwell checks in. Out will come Sarge for some air with 11:57 to go in the game. Must win both teams. 55-49. Chiefs down by 6. Powell in the backcourt, up the floor with the timeline. Picked up there by Poole. Works off the Faldmo screen, inside lower right side of the lane. Sanders now sneaks in, shot good, and they're going to call what? A foul before the basket is going to be called on Springer.
That was some kind of athletic shot by Tony.
What he was triple teamed lower right side of the lane, and instead of going over him, he snuck down below him and put it up and in. Now inbound pass, Powell underneath the basket, back underneath to Faldmo. Burchard, right wing, Sanders from 3, shot no good. Rebound, Faldmo ran it down. Faldmo keeps it alive now, drives left wing. Here's Powell inside for Burchard. Ball knocked away and stolen away by Bodette. Passes to Thurston, and Thurston with the ball up the floor. St. Cloud State could pad their lead. Up by 6 with 11:23 to go. He will pass it to Bodette at the free throw line. Right wing, Poole will operate from 3, and he hits it. Oh, man, Ricky Poole. 15 points. 58-49. Chiefs are back down by 9. They got to light that fire again. ball up the floor, works it on the right wing to Coolman. Coolman to Burchard, right side of the lane. Cross court, Sanders with it. Sanders beat one man, now drive, shoots, off the glass. Talk about floating in with the greatest of ease.
Yes.
He was floating that time.
Makes it look easy, doesn't he?
Thurston loses the handle out front, passes to Harvey. Now underneath, there's Springer is fouled by Faldmo. Faldmo called for his second personal foul. And to the free throw line will go Scott Springer, shooting two. Or will they give? No, they'll give the ball out of bounds to St. Cloud State underneath their own hoop with a 7-point lead. 10:44 to go. Now the inbound pass, Thurston in trouble. Will get it to Harvey. Harvey in the lane over Faldmo, shot up and no good. Rebound loose. Bodette has got it for St. Cloud State. Back inside, Kramer shot good. As Coolman never saw it. 60-51. Kramer with 5 points in the game. Up the floor. Sanders is fouled. Scott Springer called for his second personal foul. 17th foul against SCSU, and now the worst free throw shooting team in the NCC is put to this charity strike. It's bonus time for Morningside College with the final quarter of this game to go. Seaman back in, now Burchard gets some wind with 10:29 to go. They'll save him for the home stretch.
Yeah, we're going to need him too.
Sanders at the free throw line shooting 1 and 1. Tony's free throw no good off the heel of the rim. Rebound tipped and controlled by Bodette. Outlet pass Thurston, almost picked off by Coolman. Thurston with the ball up the floor. Will work it over the timeline. Thurston out front. Will work it to the left wing to Springer. Scott with the ball. Back out front to Bodette. SCSU with the ball and up by 9. Underneath Thurston. Right side Harvey. Out front Poole. Right side Harvey. Underneath Bodette. Shot good. Great ball movement there. Great ball movement. 62-51. Shoots back down by 11. Quickly up the floor. Powell in the lane. Out front, right wing, Seaman to Coolman from the parking lot. He shot is good. 62-54. Coolman carries a three-pointer. He's got 21 points and double dribble is fouled on Thurston. And I was just going to say, 2 times to go off the floor. If he keeps on high dribbling it like that, and he does it intentionally, it appears that he's going to get called for that sooner or later. Well, he got called for double dribble. I was scoring Coolman's basket. I can't tell you exactly what it was that Thurston did. At any rate, the double dribble call in Morningside with the ball. On the right wing, Coolman fakes it from long. Back out front, Powell with it. Powell drives the lane, hanging jumper over Bodette. Shot won't go. Tip back up by Seaman. Loose ball in the middle. Seaman, Sarge has it. Outlet pass is loose, and Harvey comes down with it now. Fouled from behind by Faldmo. Faldmo's third foul of the game. The Chiefs' 6th personal foul, and Krug gets set to check in and listen to the crowd. They will let him know. He's knocked out well left here at the Alley Gymnasium. Craig Krug. Thurston comes out, Krug comes in. Inbound Harvey to Krug from the backcourt. Krug will be picked up by Coleman, too. In the left forecourt, Binky Poole guarded there by Powell. On the right side, Bodette with the ball. Bodette will work it. Sarge knocked it loose. Bodette runs it down. Now loose ball off the legs of Sanders last and out of bounds. And Sanders tripping over Springer really hit the deck hard. Tom McCracken chases down the loose ball in the backcourt. Gives it back to the officials. 62-54. Chiefs down by 8 with 9:13 to go. Krug inbounds it in the backcourt to Springer. Springer hands it back off to Krug, and Krug will hear this the duration of his tenure here at Morningside. Left wing, Binky Poole with the ball, being covered by Powell. Now Powell reaches in and knocks the ball loose, and then Poole tries to save Powell from crash landing, and the two smile and help each other out, and Poole will go to the free throw line shooting 2 when all's said and done, and Powell will get his 3rd personal foul.
17 foul.
McGarry will check back in, and that's a 17 foul also against Morningside. So now it's bonus time for the St. Cloud State University Huskies with 8:59 to go. 62-54. Chiefs down by 8. Binky Poole, who's got 15 points tonight, is an 88.6% free throw shooter. He hits it as he's stepping sideways. He talk about making it look easy. 63-54. Guys like Burchard and are looking at this. How do these guys do that? And Betts, he's sitting across the way. His chin is hitting the floor right now. Thinking, how do these guys keep making these free throws? Falbo inbound pass, McGarry in the backcourt. Double, triple team. Full court press being applied. Chiefs down by 10. 64-54. They find Sargent. 64-56. Chiefs break the press real easy. Cruz with the ball up the floor, guarded by McGarry. Cruz out front between the circles. Bounce pass left side to Harvey. Right forecourt. Poole works it inside. Carlson falling backwards. Traveled. That's a good call. And there's not a whole lot else that you could have called, but traveling. Yep. 8:33 to go in the game. Chiefs down by 8. 64-56. Chiefs have got to win. McGarry with the ball in the backcourt. Will step it over the timeline. Working on Binky Poole out front. McGarry on the right wing. DeFaldo on top of the key. Works it on the left side. Intercepted by Carlson. Up the floor. Krug with the ball. Krug will drive. He is fouled by Feldman. And now no basket will be called as Feldman called for his 4th personal foul of the game. And Krug will go to the free throw line where he'll be shooting 2. And this place will really get into the booze. Timeout Morningside with 8:17 to go. The Chiefs want a timeout to talk it over. They're down by 8. You're tuned to KWSL Sioux City. Back in Birds are out tonight for Craig Krug, who got in a push match earlier with Chris Coleman. The thing about Krug, though, he makes those free throws 65-56. And will he make the second one? Yes, he does. 66-56. It's a 10-point deficit for Morningside. 8:16 to go. The Chiefs really need to come alive now as McGarry with the ball out front. We'll work it into the right wing to Seaman at the top of the key. Burchard back into the game. Here's a pass to Kuhlman. The original starting lineup back into the ball game for Morningside. Burchard pass out front to Kuhlman to Burchard, top of the key. Backwards to McGarry between the circles. McGarry picked up by Thurston. Jason swings it to the right side. Now pass to Jason Seaman at the free throw line. Now underneath. Burchard shot missed. He missed the shot after he got Bodette off his feet, and Birch, oh my, he would always make that one. He missed it that time. Here's Binky Poole from 3 the other way. His shot no good off the back of the rim. Rebound is loose, and it's taken down by Springer. Springer in the lane. We'll bring it back out front to Klug. Klug right forecourt to Harvey. To Klug on the left forecourt as Craig will work the ball. Back in the right side, Bodette underneath, wide open. Binky Poole, shot good. Poole just escaped away from Kuhlman. 68-56. Chiefs are down by 12 after they had cut the lead all the way down to 4 points, I believe. Yeah, 4. After being down by 18 in the first half. Here's Kuhlman in the lane, jumper, shot up, no good, off front of the rim, rebound. Seaman, shot rejected, and then a foul's going to be called on Bodette. Well, I heard the slap up here, but it was well after the shot.
Yeah.
So 68-56, 7:01 to go. At the free throw line will go Jason Seaman. And a chance for the Chiefs by the free throw line to get back in this thing. As Seaman's first free throw no good. The difference between the teams.
We need every point we can get now. It's getting down to that time.
8 out of 10 in the second half from the free throw line. They are now 18 out of 22 from the free throw line for the St. Cloud State team. 68-57. Chiefs down by 11. Second shot was good by Seaman. Now a steal up the floor. Here's Sanders. His slam dunk. No, he'll just lay it up. No, he missed it. He missed the layup. Oh my goodness. 2 in a row by the Chiefs, and that one could really be a backbreaker with 6:42 to go. There's still plenty of time, but that one really hurt. Up the floor, Klug works it in the right wing to Bodette. Bodette with the ball. Out front now, Burchard knocks it down. Burchard going for the steal, can't pick it up. Bodette works the ball. In the right forecourt to Springer with it. Springer with it out front. Will work it backwards to Klug, who will hold the ball. Craig Klug with the ball out front. Works it on the left wing to Harvey. Now Huff getting set to check in. Here's Bodette at the free throw line. Left wing, there to Springer. Springer looking underneath. Will work it backwards to Klug out front. Shot clock to 25 with 6:09 to go in the game. 68-57. Chiefs down by 11. On the left wing, Harvey with it. Works it to Springer. Springer out front. Foul called on Tony Sanders. Well, one thing's sure you don't want to foul these guys.
Yeah, you don't want it to come down to a free throw shooting game. That's for sure.
I suppose if you're going to foul somebody, though, Chris Bodette is 57.9% and Scott Springer 63.6. So Springer will go to the free throw line shooting 1 and 1. Out will go Seaman, and out will go, check it, just out will go Sanders. Yeah, and out will go Seaman. And Faldmo and Huff will come into the ball game. So it's Faldmo, Huff, McGarry, Kuhlman, and Burchard for the Chiefs. 6:01 to go in the game. Chiefs down by 11. We've seen this all year long. Now they are talking about evidently some kind of a problem in back of the St. Cloud State bench, or they're talking about perhaps the stats kept on an individual player, whether fouls or timeouts or whatever the case might be. But a discussion right now at the scorer's table. 6:01 to go in the game. The proverbial free throws. His first one is good, and these guys continue to put on a show at the free throw line. The best in the NCC. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This will be the 12th attempt in the second half. 69-57 now, a 12-point lead. The second one, no good. Rebound, though, Carlson of Fort Dodge and St. Cloud State. Clears it out front, Klug. On the left wing, Remy with it. Remy to Klug, top of the key, left forecourt, Rudolph. 5:48 to go. 69-57. St. Cloud State with the ball with a 12-point lead, and Remy from 3, shot wouldn't go. Rebound, Faldmo to McGarry. McGarry up the floor, Kuhlman on the right wing. Chris Kuhlman back out front, McGarry to Faldmo, top of the key left side. Picked up there by Rudolph, works it inside, Burchard in the lane, left wing, Kuhlman, pump fakes once, tries the left baseline, nowhere to go, back out front, McGarry. Jason with the ball, picked up by Klug on the right forecourt to Faldmo, directs traffic. Now up front, here's Kuhlman, open momentarily, Remy on him, pretty good. On the right side, Kuhlman to Faldmo with the ball. Faldmo back out front, Kuhlman now a leaping leaner from 3, shot won't go. Rebound, Remy. 5:08 to go in the game. 69-57. St. Cloud State up by 12, and I'm sure they'll be patient with it. Remy with the ball out front, works it into the left forecourt to Klug. Klug inside, and the ball tipped by Burchard and knocked out of bounds. Loose, give it back to St. Cloud State. And back in comes Sanders, Seaman. Out will go Faldmo and Kuhlman. 4:51 to go in the game. Time is running out. Klug will do the inbound on her. Says he'll try to get it to Carlson. Loose ball picked up by Sanders. Now Sanders up the floor. 3-on-1, 4-on-1. Sanders behind the back dribble. Drives to the right side of the lane. Remy there with the block, and they're going to call him for a foul. As they say, he got the body. Remy will be called for his 4th personal foul. And here another 6'5", 175-pound sophomore who has just become eligible about 10 games ago, I guess, from Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Remy will come out of the ball game now, along with Klug and Springer. Oh, no, just Springer and Remy. And into the ball game, back in comes Binky Poole and also Stuart Kramer. 4:45 to go. Sanders on the other end of the floor, shooting 2. He is 0 out of 1 at the free throw line, having missed the front end of a 1-and-1 earlier and missed this one. No, he decided to, I'm not so sure. No, he did not do that on purpose. He threw it hard off the glass and he made it, and then he stepped back and started laughing.
He'd tell you he called a bank. He'd tell you he called a bank.
He gave it away. You should never smile after a shot like that. You should always nod your head. Yes, that's right. That's the way I wanted it. Yep. Second shot is totally different and no good. Rebound, Carlson. Handoff Poole in the backcourt to Klug. Klug up the floor with McGarry on him. Time really running out for the Chiefs with 4:37 to go. And down by 11 on the left wing, Rudolph with it. We'll work it to the left forecourt there to Kramer. Kramer with the ball out front, really shadowed by Sanders. Gets it to Klug, left wing, shot from 3, up and no good. Rebound underneath, a great job by Kramer as he got inside position, but he couldn't put it up. Rebound up the floor, now McGarry finds it to Sanders on a long pass, and Sanders has to hold up. Nope, he'll take it from 3, delivers, shot up, no good. Rebound underneath. Kramer with the ball, and up the floor, a collision between Carlson and Sanders, who got their feet tangled. Poole with the ball out front to Klug as Kuhlman gets set to check back in for Morningside. Rudolph left forecourt, left side of the top of the key, working there on Seaman. Out front, Kramer had Klug open in middle, now left wing. Here's Carlson, fakes a long shot, drives the lane, reaching in on Jason Seaman, his 3rd personal foul. 3:50 to go in the game. To the free throw line will go Mark Carlson, that 6'7", 205-pound freshman, who is 3 out of 5 at the free throw line tonight. He's made the first shot on the times that he shot 2, but missed the second one. 3:50 to go in the game, 69-58. Shot by Carlson, no good as he misses the first one. Think he'll make the second one?
I think he will.
All right.
We'll see.
St. Cloud State takes on USD tomorrow night. Morningside hosts Mankato State. Second one is good by Carlson. 70-58. Chiefs down by 12. 3:47 to go up the floor. Timeout Morningside. Timeout on the floor with 3:46. Chiefs down by 12. We'll be back in just a moment on KWSL. Down by a dozen with 3:46 and the clock running now. Kuhlman up the floor on the right wing to Sanders. You got to pull the magic out now. Seaman with the ball inside the top of the key. We're working on the left wing. Huff pass is deflected and stolen away by Binky Poole. What a big defensive play by Poole, who goes way up in the air to knock it down and take it away. Klug with the ball over the forecourt on the right side to Carlson. Carlson, left forecourt, Rudolph. Inside the lane, Poole will pull it way back out front. And as FCSU knows now, if they can just wind that clock down more and more, every kick of it is a nail in the coffin of Morningside. On the left wing, it's Kramer with the ball as he'll work it to the right side of the top of the key to Carlson. Back left side, Poole. Right side, there, Klug with the ball. Right forecourt, between the circles to Rudolph. Back to Klug, almost to the center circle. Shot clock 7, 6, 5. Now Klug on the drive, shot good. And the foul called underneath on Burchard. Burchard's third foul of the game. Klug and SCSU doing everything that they need to be doing right now to perfection.
That they are.
72-58. A 14-point lead. Again, you know, we've said this a couple of times a year, but, you know, imagine this is a 6-10 team in the NCC. This is just a 500 team. And you tell me that the NCC's not tough? Holy cow. Klug at the free throw line, capping a three-point play the old-fashioned way. He earned it. 73-58. Chiefs down by 15 with 2:48. Seaman with the ball. We'll work it in the left corner. Here is Kuhlman with a shot up and good, but a foul's going to be called on Klug, and it will send Burchard to the free throw line. Klug with the foul will be his first personal. Burch to the free throw line where he will be shooting 1-1. And he is a 59.4% free throw shooter. 73-58, 2:45 to go. The Chiefs down by 15, and it's looking dim.
Yep, they got to take advantage of every opportunity just to even have a chance at this point.
The second, the shot by Burch, and he will not get a second attempt. He missed the first. Rebound underneath. Pulled down Carlson with it to Klug. The Chiefs now 6 out of 12 at the free throw line. SCSU 14 out of 19. Out front, Binky Poole with the ball. St. Cloud in black underneath the pass to Kramer. He will have the shot rejected by Burchard, but goaltending is called. And Kramer with that basket gives SCSU a 17-point lead. 75-58. Morningside won the first meeting 100-81. Lost the second one something like 88-73, I believe, yeah. And now are behind 75-58. Here's Kuhlman on the drive to the hoop. His shot no good, and now foul is going to be called on Thurston. Thurston's first personal foul of the game with 2:22 to go. There are some folks leaving. To the free throw line goes Kuhlman. Chris will be shooting 2. Kuhlman with 21 points, but he has not scored in a long time in this game. SCSU did a great job on him defensively after he would have moments out there and really light the place up, and the Chiefs cut it to a 4-point game and couldn't deliver the knockout blow. Carlson is out, back into the ball game. I guess Harvey snuck back in. 75-59 with 2:22 to go. The second shot also good, 75-60, down by 15. The Chiefs with the ball up the floor comes SCSU on the left wing. Working the ball there is Harvey back out front. Klug to Poole. And Poole with a pass that's deflected by Kuhlman. Picked up by Seaman up the floor. Here's Kuhlman. Layup good. 75-62, and Morningside wants a timeout with 2:07 to go in the game. This crowd is very quiet, but they're wondering if it's possible. With 13-point deficit, we'll find out when we come back in just a moment. McCade over the ball out of bounds. St. Cloud State University. They're up by 13 and with the ball. 75-62 up the floor. Here's Klug driving on Burchard. His left-handed layup, a shot, no good. Rebound pulled down. Seaman's got the ball. And a foul is going to be called on Jason Seaman. That's a brave call. Yeah, by Mike Redmond of Brookings, South Dakota. And it's bonus time, so Thurston goes to the free throw line where he'll be shooting 1-1. 75-62. That's a fourth personal on Jason Seaman. 2 minutes to go in the game. Chiefs down by 13. Talk about looking dim. Thurston, an 88.9% free throw shooter, is second. Who is he second to? A guy we'll see tomorrow night, Fred Lee of Mankato State University. He makes the first one, does Thurston, 76-62. Second shot with 2 minutes to go, up and good. 77-62. Thurston with 4 points in the game. Up the floor, McGarry with it. Under 2 minutes to go. Seaman trails top of the key, works on left baseline. Here's a jumper by Kuhlman, good. Kuhlman hits it. It's 77-64. Chiefs still down, though, by 17 points. Up the floor on the right forecourt. Poole with the ball out front. Chiefs are going to have to start fouling. I'm sorry, Chiefs down by 13 points. Out front, Rudolph will work in left forecourt to Klug. Klug with the ball. Through the lane. Clears it to Poole. Poole to Klug on the right side, and the foul will be called on Jeff Burchard. His fourth personal foul, and Klug will go to the free throw line where he will be shooting 1-1. Well, you know, my thing about that is if you're going to foul him, why let 20 seconds go off the clock?
You're exactly right.
Why not
do
just
that right away?
Yeah, why not? I mean, you're going to foul him, go and foul him. Klug at the free throw line will be shooting 1-1, and he makes the first one.
But you know something there, Birch really did a smart thing. He tried to draw the charge. At least you got a chance for the call to go the other way. And that's really a smart play by Jeff, even though at this point it may not make a difference, but, you know, he's learning. Next year, that may be a crucial play.
Well, both free throws good by Klug, who is your basic 2-4-6, 7 out of 7. Now up the floor, right wing. Here's Sanders' shot from 3, no good. Rebound, Burchard has it, clears it back out front. Sanders to McGarry. McGarry will drive now the lane. His layup attempt, shot no good. Rebound is loose, and it's pulled up the floor by Dinky Poole. Poole with nobody around him drives. Shot rejected by Sanders, and Poole is on his back. As up the floor, Kuhlman to Sanders on the left wing, takes it outside of 3. Cross court now to Seaman in the lane. His little shot from 4 is good. As Seaman hits it, 79-66, and Dinky Poole still laying underneath the St. Cloud State basket. Timeout Morningside with 57 seconds to go, down by 13. Hopes look dim. Back out of bounds, SCSU with 57 seconds to go in the game, and they're up by 13 now. Rudolph inbounds it. He will get it inbounds to Harvey, who will swing it back to Thurston. Up the floor is fouled by Kuhlman immediately. Kuhlman's first personal foul of the game. Thurston, 88.9% free throw shooter, will step to the free throw line again, as he's got 4 points tonight, 4 out of 4 at the free throw line. 53 seconds to go in the game. Chiefs down by 13, and I think they know it. Thurston's first free throw. Up and no good off the back of the rim. Rebound, Burchard. Well, the 11.1 times on the year that he misses, that was one of them. Up the floor, Sanders right wing from 3, shot good. 79-69. It's a 10-point game with 39 seconds, and the inbound pass almost picked off by Burchard. Up the floor, here's Klug. His shot is rejected by Seaman, and Klug will go to the free throw line again, shooting 2. Seaman will be called for his 5th personal foul of the game as he is fouled out. Seaman leaves with 33 seconds to go in the game. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 points is what it was for Jason tonight. 79-68. Evidently, they said that wasn't a 3-point shot by Sanders.
You're kidding me.
Jeez. It looked like it was somewhere on about row 2 of the bleachers over there. All right.
It did.
Well, Klug, 7 out of 7 at the free throw line, goes to the free throw line, shooting 2. He's 8 out of 8. 80-68. Now, this crowd was taken out of it relatively early in the second half of play by SCSU. Both shots good by Craig Klug. 81-68 up the floor. McGarry to Huff. Huff in the lower left baseline. Kuhlman will drive, shoot. Nope, passes out to Sanders. This one definitely from three. Shot no good. Rebound. Burchard missed the slam dunk. Got it again. Missed the slam dunk. Got the rebound again. Saves it out front. Kuhlman will put up a three-pointer. That's no good. And that's pretty much the night in a nutshell right there, as Birch goes up and misses two slam dunks. And just knocked the wheels underneath Jeff with 10 seconds left in the game. He couldn't get enough on it. Yeah, foul call too yet on McGarry. And up the floor the other way, it's free throw time. Well, St. Cloud State celebrating with high fives all around. Troy Rudo and company, as they will get a big victory and Morningside will get a big loss. And now it'll be all up to the Chiefs tomorrow night as they take on Mankato State. At the free throw line, Harvey will be shooting 1-1. His first free throw no good. As out of there it goes. Rebound Burchard. McGarry up the floor, overthrew everybody out of bounds. 6 seconds to go. Pretty good job by St. Cloud State here this evening. Klug in the backcourt with the ball as he will hold it, shake hands with McGarry, and the game is over. And St. Cloud State wins it, 81-69. And now they do say that was a three-point shot. It'd be interesting if it would have came down to a tight ball game and they would have decided that that was a three-point shot at the end of it. Yeah, instead it doesn't matter. 81-69. St. Cloud State, the victories tonight. The best free throw shooting team against the poorest free throw shooting team in the conference. But really, that wasn't where the game was won or lost. Even though St. Cloud State did score 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 points from the free throw line in the second half. I'll still say maybe that's not where the game was won or lost, but it was very good free throw shooting as usual by St. Cloud State. They win at 81-69, and the Chiefs, well, you know, I don't have any